This episode of the Relationship Status Podcast is brought to you by the Southern Elegance Candle Company, where modern values meet Southern charm. Right now, check out their fall and holiday collection with candle scents such as caramel latte, fireside, sweet potato and brown sugar, and our personal favorite, orange spice. The scent is cloves wrapped in a citrusy orange essence that takes you all the way back to grandma's house. This one is sure to be your favorite, just like it is ours. So visit secandleco.com and use our promo code CRUX, that's CRUX, for 15% off all regularly priced items. That's secandleco.com, where they lovingly craft each scent and city combination to elicit a fond memory to whisk you to a place of pure joy. And welcome back to Pass the Remote, brought to you by Crux Media, where they take care of all your podcast needs, from starting a podcast to monetizing it. They have you covered. Contact them via email at cruxmediagroupllc.com. We are here to recap my favorite show, your favorite show, everybody's favorite social experiment, Married at First Sight, season 14, episode 10, entitled Mighty Mighty Boston Bonds. Make sure that you listen to us anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast for free. Make sure to like, comment, share, and 5-star rate. If you want to join the conversation, email us at relstatpodcast@gmail.com or hit us up on the hotline 843-310-8637, and we'll go ahead and we'll shout you out. We'll play your we'll read your emails live, and we'll go ahead and play your voicemail live. Hit us up. Hey, shoot, hit us up while we are on here talking, and we'll put you on the show live if you're here to talk about everything Married at First Sight. And of course, I'm with the best team in the land. First off, we got to talk about my ace boon coon, my dog, Key. What's happening, Key?
Hey, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
It's Friday Junior.
Like we're after the hump. We have just come out of Humpington, and we're headed into, thank God it's Friday.
I had a question, but it's an eggs, grits, and ignorance question, so I'm going to save it.
We're going to save it?
Yeah.
We're going to table it? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get the team in here. All the way from PA is my cuz. That is at Big Kid Envy _ Chops, a.k.a. Choco Late Drop. What's happening, bro?
I want to know the question.
Yeah, I know, but we're not on that show. That show comes out tomorrow morning. You want to hear the question? Tap into the show. Tap into the show.
All right. What's good, people?
Ain't nothing much, man. All the way from the A. What's happening? Our good brother, that dude _ Jeff, aka Big Muffins. What is you doing?
It's Big Bowl right there, aka Big Bowlington.
What are you doing?
Why you ain't tell me you was bringing me in the show, bro? I'm trying to finish the plate.
You got your headphones on. How do you not know you coming into the show? And why is the plate to your mouth? Like, what did you got going on?
Man, let me have my food, man. Hey, what's going on, people? How y'all doing?
I'm trying to figure out why the bowl was at your mouth.
For that.
Maybe it was porridge. It was porridge.
Don't worry about what just happened. Don't worry about what just happened.
Good.
Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Give my own hand claps. Yay! Hey,
you got claps, but you didn't hear because your face was in the bowl.
He was getting smacks.
Nigga. I mean, nigga,
Are
Lord.
you ready for your segment?
You know what? Start the show. We do this every day. Start the show.
All
you first.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna get into the Who Said That segment with our good brother Jeff. All right.
Candle list for Jeff's stomach.
Niggas won't let me be great. Hey, man, put me on the screen, man. Put me on the doggone screen. What's going on, people? Where the theme music at? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back for another episode of Who Said That? Yes, I was hungry. Yes, I was licking the plate. Yes, it was good. And we are back again. What's going on, Key? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. My stomach's full now. You having a good
I
day?
bet.
Yeah. E, what's going on, brother? How you, sir?
I'm starving.
Sucks to be you. But we are having a great day right now. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get this started, man. Another episode of Who Said That. I got a 5-pack of questions, and by far they are interesting. So let's jump feet first into question number 1. Who said this? That's what you do when you get married. You get real adventurous and you get real silly. Was it A, Steve, B, Noy, C, Lindsay, or D, Mark?
I'm gonna go with Lindsay.
Maybe some Lindsay. Key sometime before Jesus returns.
I'm gonna go with Mark.
Oh, and there it is. Key is actually up 1 zip on Eve. It was Mark. When him
I knew it was in that house.
It was in one of that weird people's
It
houses.
was in that house.
Let's not forget they got a plant named Yusuf. All right, next question.
What if they
Question
call
2.
it
Who
Yoshi?
said this? Who said this? I don't know how to communicate with you without things I say being taken as disrespectful or aggressive. Was it A, Lindsay, B, Michael, C, Katina, or D, Elijah?
Michael.
That was Michael.
There it is. Easy one up on the plate. That was definitely Michael, as his woman likes to address him as Michael, full name.
I can't wait to talk
All
about
right,
that.
let's go to
That's sexy. That can be sexy at times.
So you would prefer somebody call you by your whole name?
Depends on the female.
Yeah, so that would be a no for her. Next question. Next question. Who said this? Who said this? That's not just what I want or even envisioned for my marriage. That's not just what I want or even envisioned for my marriage. Was it A, Elijah, B, Mark, C, Noy, or D, Jasmina?
I'm gonna go with O.
Elijah.
You were going to go with Elijah, and the judges say both of you did wrong. That was actually Noy. That was actually Noy when they were discussing why Steve ain't got no doggone job and how she feel about financial. She said that's not what I envisioned for my marriage. Steve just needs to smack down that paper one time, just one time.
He needed to show her how much money he can make.
This is me. It's just an interesting conversation between them. Hey, all right. So, question. What are we on? Question 4. Key is still up 1. We are on question 4. You're on question 4. I need you to fill in the blank. Fill in the blank on this one.
Purple.
Elijah think he got a blank instead of a wife. Elijah think he got a blank instead of a wife. Is it A, concubine, B, maid, C, slave, or D, all of the above?
You know what? I take my answer back.
That's D. All of
the
D. All of the above.
All of the above.
Oh, listen to me. Both answers are accepted. I wanted to say he think he got someone from the Caucasus Mountains, but we're gonna leave that one for another show. So yeah, shout out for the both of you on that one, because I don't know what Elijah think he doing, bro. He got some relationship issues that we need to talk about next one. All right. And final one. Who said this? I like to be wooed. You have to woo me. Was it
the
A,
one who does
Lindsay,
not deserve to be wooed?
B, Noy, C, Jasmina, or D, was it Mark? Who needs to be wooed?
Did you say Lindsay as a choice?
I did say first one was Lindsay.
Okay.
It is Lindsay, but who would
Oh, it was definitely
trout
Lindsay.
mouth? Oh God, don't get me started. Who was really wooing her?
Evie.
Who was really whose grandfather was wooing this
Evie.
woman?
The Marlboro Man, the guy from the Dos Equis commercials.
I can't, Key, because
Yeah,
I disagree.
Before he gets us canceled, let's go ahead and end this one
I
here.
just disagree with her saying she gets wooed.
I got the baby music queued up here. I was thinking I was playing my theme song. All right, we're gonna end that on that one. Yeah, so that was another episode of Who Said That. Back to you, Yosh. That's my song right there.
Phenomenon.
What is
Phenomenon.
Listen, going on? Can we figure out what?
I'm sorry, man. I had the baby music queued up, man. I like Phenomenon.
All right. Well, now we wanted to switch it up on you a little bit, give you a little bit of different vibes. And so we're gonna leading the show today is Key.
Do you want me to use my accent? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
He started it.
No. He wanted me to use it. That's why he was doing that.
No,
Key.
I'm down with Key.
Definitively not.
Let's get it.
Okay,
Key.
so let's talk about sex. Are you ready? Lizzie sits down for a heart-to-heart with one of her pals over video chat as they reflect on her marriage to Mark so far. When the topic of intimacy and sex come up, Lindsay reveals that things had been going well between them initially until Mark decided to take a few steps back and stop having sex altogether. Now there's been a few moments where Lindsay's felt hopeful something would happen between them, and she doesn't feel the effort or reciprocation from her husband. Can Mark pick up the hint, or will this aspect of their relationship cause further damage to the marriage? What do you think?
I think it's going to cause I think it's going to continue to build. Like they get into some stuff later on, but it doesn't come across as genuine. And I think when you're talking about intimacy, and especially physical or /sexual intimacy, it has to be a situation where everybody's on board, and everybody has the same feeling, or at least the same want to please one another in that physical or sexual way. And I just think that her feeling this right now, I do believe that it's a little bit exaggerated, because I feel like if everything was all good between them, the sex would be fine, because it was. She didn't mention this stuff until their stuff started going sour, like maybe 3 episodes ago. Now it's all of a sudden, you don't please me. And I just think that's just her way of lashing out at him, knowing that he's a man, and that if you lash out at us about our sexual performance or whatever, for most men, it's a kick in the nuts, so to speak, and it's a way to down us. And I think she's using that to emasculate him, is what I get from that, is that she's used. I don't think she has an issue with the sex that they're having. I just think that it became an issue once their relationship started to sour. And so that's what caused her to act in such a way. And that's what's causing her to say all this, because I don't think that's how she truly feels, because she didn't say it before when everything was all good.
Jeff, what do you think?
So like Yo said, I don't think the sex is bad. I don't think the sex is terrible at all between the two of them, but it's the emotional part between the two of them that seems to be the issue. So like Yo said, like for a woman, the quickest way to really get under a guy's skin is to insult how he performs in bed. That's literally one of the hot button issues for every man. So when they get pissed off, when she's upset at him, she's gonna jab at him like that, because if it was that bad, then why did it happen so many different times between the two of them? If it was that terrible, then after y'all got the emotional fixed, why did you go back to it? So for me, it's one of those things. I think she wanted it a certain way, because Lindsay looked like one of them. She'll go in there and she will break Mark down. So I think he needed like a second just to take back. And when he kind of needed to take back and catch his breath, she was like, taken off by it, because I don't think no man has really ever told her to pause and just stop in that area.
Mm-hmm. Evie, what do you think? Okay, I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna come back to you. The couples have some house visits with Dr. Viviana, one of the season's experts, as she chats about the bonds these pairs have formed so far. First up are Olajuwon and Katina, who did not leave last week's episode on good terms. When Dr. Viviana brings up the cooking and cleaning argument that Olajuwon has stuck by, he notes that he feels it's a key component to being a spouse. And Katina feels bad about falling short in his eyes. Katina begins to cry and says that his words bring out insecure. Girl, I understand that, child. Ultimately, they agree that being more vulnerable with each other could help mend things. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm supposed to be mediating, but I was waiting for us to talk about this.
You want to play the video first, or you want to go into your
Play
spill?
the video because I got some stuff to say. This is the only couple.
You're my wife. There's going to be things that are just expected to be done. And same thing with me. I'm your husband. There's things that are expected to be done. Those are big moments for me where I'm like,
but why
I need
are
my
they
partner.
Such big moments? I don't
They
understand.
It's
I
not,
feel like
they are.
I feel like somebody taught you something that is gonna make you end up divorced several times, because that expectation of marriage, of what real life marriage looks like, I just think like it's gonna topple over. I feel like I don't really know how I'm going to help you if you have this archaic idea about, and very flimsy idea about what makes a good wife. Especially because I believe that physical and emotional intimacy are so precious, and that's what life is all about with a partner. Mm-hmm. If it's hinging on cooking and cleaning, it's too flimsy of an argument. You're not gonna make it with anybody.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this off. I know y'all don't care about what I got to say because I'm supposed to be mediating.
No, we care about what you got to say.
Speak your mind, girl.
Olajuwon is why I am single and ain't got no man. Because if I got to cook and clean and wash everything and I got to go to work, like I just can't be doing his expectations. I don't know if his mammy was a wife or not. I don't know if his grandma was a wife or not. I'm not really sure who raised him and who taught him that a wife was a maid. I'm not really sure.
His parents weren't married. His parents weren't married.
So he was born to a single mother. So where was his expectation? You know what? One of my favorite things.
But you know what it is?
Dr. Viviana said one thing that was not in that clip, and I had to tweet about it last night. She said, "So how did you eat before you got married?"
That's exactly what I was going to bring up. I was going to bring up that point. I swear, I was just about to say that.
But my thing is this: the boy don't know how to. The boy doesn't know how to express his feelings, because it never. To me, it's not about the cooking and the cleaning. It's about what they just meeting each other. Like if I feel like I'm giving you 100%, show me you're gonna give me 100% too.
If I'm sleeping, I'm going to bed. I don't care if you sleeping that floor by yourself. I'm going to sleep. I go to sleep on y'all every night. Every night I leave y'all in that group chat talking.
But look, at the end of the episode, when they were doing like the little exercises where they were pulling the little pink things out, they did that at a restaurant. They were not at home. They were the only couple that was not in the house. So it shows you they don't really do a whole lot of cooking together. They do go out and eat.
Well, she said
I think that's what he's upset about. He wants home cooked meals.
He just wants he wants her to somehow reciprocate how or show how she feels about him. That's basically what he wants.
By being his slave.
Because based off the previews for next week, that girl ain't no steady. That girl is nobody's step stool.
But I think so let me ask you this: how many? And I'm gonna ask this, and I want the people to tap in on social media. So please, we got a good bit of people tapped in right now. So go ahead and tap in. But how many people encounter these? And okay, so what's that? James Liverman.
If your mind is set on a wife is supposed to do certain things, and you're not telling her, you're not letting her express her feelings, it's going to fail. A marriage is all about togetherness and sharing with everything. So which part is true? Are you agreeing with him?
Okay.
Elijah, because Elijah one.
No, I think what he's saying is that having that mindset will make your marriage fail.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he keeps saying Elijah one keeps saying that he feels like he's the only one putting in effort.
Right. So it's the togetherness part. Is the togetherness part that Elijah Wan wants.
Yeah.
But he can only point out the things that he sees. She don't cook, she's lazy, she da-da-da-da-da. But he doesn't know how to express it, saying this is how he doesn't know how to say this is how I feel. So he attacks what he sees, which is what is gonna destroy her.
But did y'all notice that Elijah one keeps calling her lazy in reference to one occasion where she went to sleep? He keeps bringing up the same night.
Right.
Well, he's holding on to that. And so I think my question was going to be, do you think that we, people, not we, because I'm not sure, I don't think like this, but do you think that people have their thoughts on what a wife, like men have their thoughts on what a wife should be, and women have a thought that what a husband should be? They have this belief system. And through this belief system, it dictates how they view the person that they married. Do you think that that's a thing? Because I'm not sure Elijah Wan seen this growing up. I just think that he figured this was what a wife is supposed to do. I didn't necessarily see it. But when I get married, I could see him as a young man. When I get married, my wife is going to do this, and this. And so he's still that guy who's saying my wife's going to do this, and this. And there are women who say my husband needs to do this and this. And we see that in the other couple with Steve and Noy, where Noy's like, yo, my husband's supposed to work. You know what I'm saying?
But all right, let me ask you this. A question to your question.
No,
how
is
it? How is it? No. How is it okay for a woman to decide that a man is supposed to be the breadwinner and take care of the house and do all of this?
I'm not saying
that we can't. Well, we can't do the opposite. Like we can't do it to them
because it's a double standard, son. What life we living in? Women can do things men can't.
Because let's say I'm not capable of earning it at a high enough value, right?
But women don't expect you to. Most good women, and I didn't mean to cut you off, so my apologies. Most good women don't really want you to, they don't even care if you make more than them. They just want you to make the effort.
You gotta make some money.
You gotta to make the money. So we're not afforded.
He doesn't have a steady employment, which is making her uneasy. She doesn't know how he's going to provide.
Right. I get that because he ain't got no job. He Tommy out here in these streets.
That's what I was about to say.
You can't like it's not that's not the same thing to me. Like you really gotta have a job.
No. What I'm saying is
I think that's what their case is. I don't think he has to make more. I think she just will feel better if he has steady income.
If he was doing, but I think he has income.
But he's not showing it.
But
he just needs to show her what he's capable of.
Okay, so basically he just needs to leave the house.
No. He just needs to go ahead and say, all right, this is what I do when I freelance. And then boom, 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 show her. So she goes, oh, so you're capable of making this bread no matter what.
We're convinced Steve is not broke. We're convinced he's not broke.
He said it. He said it. He was like, yo,
But he's
He
not
said-
talking to her.
He said, "Did anything I do affect your bills?" And he was like, "She said no."
But that's the thing. Well, Key, go ahead and get it to Steve and Noy because they're next.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, Dr. Viviana checks in on Steve and Noy next, asking about their physical connection, which they report is doing well as they continue to get closer. On a more serious note, they talk about fights and Noy's choice to shut down in those moments. She feels guilty for upsetting Steve so much and agrees to be more open in the future. Then the topic of financial security comes up, leading Noy to admit that she's never considered having a stay-at-home husband/father before. But is it out of the realm of possibility? Only time will tell. A wife wouldn't mind doing this and more, but if your communication is off and she feel you don't appreciate her as a wife, she's not going to want to do all the things she would love to do. I feel like he hasn't provided the security, and that's what Twitter keeps saying about this relationship.
That's what
That
it
we
is.
all believe he
100%.
has things, but he's not giving her the proof so that she can feel secure. All he got to do is show her bank statements, and I think she'll feel a little better. And then show him, you need to show me how often, okay, you freelance, how often do you get customers or clients or whatever it is?
Take a job. Just take one job.
Okay. Let's devil's advocate here. I thought he made a point. It was a point. Not sure how good a point it is. When he said, "Hey, I cook, I clean, she works. She doesn't have to do any of that because I'm home all day. I take care of the house. I do what needs to be done. And me doing what I do does not affect the bills. Meaning, I got bread, I get bread, and it's not hurting the household. And you're able to work and not have to worry about when you wake up every morning, what's there? A breakfast. When it's time to go to bed, before you go to bed, are you fed well? Are you fed well? I take care of the house." And he said, now I thought it was a kind of a B move when he was like, well, you know what? I could go to work, but all this gonna stop. Like, I'm not gonna be cooking, I'm not gonna be cleaning, the house ain't gonna be kept.
But it's a partnership though. But she said it's gonna become 50-50 now. If you go to work, it's gonna become 50-50.
But EB, is it not 50-50 now?
No, it's not.
How?
But the two of them, it don't seem that way.
It's not 50-50.
But it's her perception. Her perception is,
that's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm agreeing with her. It's not 50-50.
No, but I disagree with her, and I say it is 50-50.
I think it's more than 50-50. This man got money and he cooking and cleaning and washing everything. That's about 70-30.
Because my thing is, but you see what I'm saying? Like, that's my point, Key. That's my point.
Oh wait, I don't need to write in.
I'm on Steve's side. I don't want anybody to think that I'm not on Steve's side, because I really am. But you're talking about someone who came up in an extreme poverty situation.
Yeah.
She don't have the luxury of believing in your dreams at this moment.
Your past is not my problem.
Him cooking make me believe. I'm sorry.
Show me what you're saying you can do.
How is he not?
He's not, because all he's doing is cooking and cleaning. He's not
That's
showing me that. All right. So she says she wants 3 kids, right? I gotta be able to believe that once I get pregnant and have these kids, you don't know how these pregnancies are gonna go. I gotta believe that we're gonna survive and not end up in a hole. That's what people gotta understand.
But he keeps on telling her, "Yo, we good."
Nah, we not good.
We good. I got it. So what is it? What is it? So the issue is his communication, not necessarily what he's doing.
Communication.
I believe
communication. So he should go. Hey, look,
what's the percentage? What percentage of communication is nonverbal?
50% of it.
So show me.
Yeah. So show me. What do you want him to do? He's showing you.
No, he's showing her what he wants her to see. She needs to see what she needs to see.
Or or have faith in the man. Have faith in him.
Yeah.
Or
We
have
just
faith.
met.
I
We
think
just
has faith
met.
in him. She
See,
got faith in him,
dating-
but looking
No,
down
but
the road.
Dating,
See, that's the
Now-
thing. See, the thing that I think that keeps coming in, that I think that I kind of have an issue with when it comes to people on this show. You signed up to just meet and marry somebody. You signed up for it. You signed up
Yeah.
to just meet and
Yeah.
marry somebody.
Yeah.
but
So we
even
met,
that,
it don't matter. So we just
Yo,
met,
but-
it don't matter.
Right.
but even Pastor Cal said, "Yo, you so you have potential." So
Man,
so
Working, kicking, cleaning, that's a plus.
because we already know people want people. Yo, man, listen, I ain't never met a woman in my life that said, "All right, baby, you ain't got to work."
They exist.
I'm not saying that they don't, but they usually only want the one thing, and that's for the
As
that's
he
the
said,
ignorance and ignorance.
he said we have all admitted to the fact that he gets money. He makes his
Yeah.
bread. We
Yeah.
believe that. So if we believe that this man because you can't travel around the United States on bread and water. Not in these days and age, especially not at these gas prices. I'm
No.
debating going grocery shopping, like because gas is damn high. But if he can travel and all of those things, he doesn't look like he dresses like a bum. He doesn't look like he doesn't have money. And I go back to his statement. Is it affecting the bills? Is me not working a 9 to 5 affecting the bills? And if it
I
is
agree
not,
with that, but
and
I
if
agree
it's
with that.
then what is the problem?
All right, so this is the one thing I learned in my 11 and a half years of marriage. All right. Sometimes you just got to show. Even if it's not even if you don't want to and it's not going to hurt you, it's not it's not doing anything, it's only going to make the relationship better. Just show her. And then you could go back to being the house husband.
So basically get a job for 2 weeks and then come back to the house.
No, do exactly what you do. So you say you freelance, show her how quick you get that bread. Take a quick little job, show her what it's gonna look like on the opposite side of that. And then so now she understands you and specifically what you do.
Do you think that this is a problem if they've known each other for a year or two?
No.
Yeah, they're the same
No.
way. They know each other for a year.
No,
All
right,
not even
Because
close.
she would have witnessed him getting money.
So what's the issue now?
The issue is it's just simply the fact that they just met. And I know what we signed up for, but you just met. So how do I get rid of an insecurity in 3 weeks? I've not been made secure.
Your insecurities are on you.
Not when it comes
Insecurities
to
are not how are your
All right.
insecurities
you
my
know
fault?
what? I agree with you, but I disagree with you because I feel like it is a husband and a wife's job to work with each other.
True.
Now, I can't fix your insecurity. So if you're going to remain insecure, then that's your problem.
Okay, so let's say
However, I can do my part to make you feel secure.
feel you. Okay, point. Let's say he goes and gets the job. Is she gonna be cool with that? Knowing that at any moment he could quit the job because that's what he does? That ain't cool.
Well, when you freelance,
What happens
you
when
might take it. He
quit the job?
might be only under contract for a certain amount of time. So after 3 months, he might be done with that job.
So then what are we talking about? Because apparently we know he freelances.
Right. You just need. I'm simply just saying you gotta at least show somebody something.
Okay.
So let me flip it real quick. You coach basketball, right?
Yeah.
So now I come to you and say, yo, coach, I could ball. You're not gonna just go, all right, you on my starting 5. You're gonna make me prove it to you.
Okay. Now I counter to what you said.
Mhm.
I'm not on a reality show where I signed up to take a kid and start him.
But it's still real life.
No, I didn't take. It is real life, but I didn't sign up for a show that says, "Hey, I'm your new." It's called "I'm Your New Starter," where this kid just comes and I start him on the damn team. Like I didn't sign up for that.
But hey,
So-
all he got to do is start. Ain't nobody say he had to play the whole game.
Thus, this show, he just Steve just got to start. Ain't nobody say he got to play the whole game.
For real, decision day is coming.
Key, move on. Jasmina and Michael.
Jasmina and Michael's conversation starts over physical closeness, something that isn't really there for either one of them yet. They agree that they'd like more intimacy with one another, but communication always seems to get in the way. But the session ends on a positive note when they both agree to work on growing that connection. I'm tired of them.
Very much so. Very much so.
Honest, it's not Michael as much as it is Jasmina for me.
It's all Jasmina.
Every time she opens her mouth, she is extremely condescending. He can't ever say anything with whoa.
If poor communication was a person.
And I'm like, the pot kettle.
For real, they do not know how to talk to each other.
No. I think Michael does a great job of trying to articulate himself, and he makes an attempt.
I agree.
And Jasmina takes the whole thing and flips it.
Yes,
it feels
I agree with Derek.
100%. Hey, Derek, we got to get you back on the show. But Derek, you're right. It feels like a mother-son relationship wholeheartedly. She is his mother because she sons him all the time, every time she can.
What?
Because he was like,
every time she says Michael, it sounds like a mother talking to her child. Like, Michael, you're gonna act correct now. You hear me?
I ain't gonna tell you no more now.
I ain't gonna tell you no more, Michael. But my thing is, like, even when Michael was like, yo, we cut each other off twice. And she was like, no, it wasn't. She was like, so what? It was twice. No, she said, so what? It was twice. And he was like, it was more than once. That's all that matters. So we need to figure out how we're going to navigate this thing. And I like Dr. Viviana's idea of journaling. Well, I don't want to journal. He was like, it ain't for you to do. Like, I'm going to do it. Like, what is you like? I think that she's combative because she's not attracted to Michael.
Right.
They just over talk.
No, she's combative. There's nothing Michael can say. She said he don't get her
the box don't get wet.
The juice box. You know what I'm saying? Her juice box don't get wet. So
there's no opening for the juice box.
Yeah, ain't no straw for him for that. Because at the end of the day, she's not into him. I think she's not into his height. I don't think she's into the way he looks. And I think that she's staying on the show and she's fighting it. I don't think she's acting as bad as Alyssa did, but I do believe that she does not feel him. And so that being the core of the issue, she's making all these other things a bigger issue. And it's causing this. James Liverman, I truly think the issue is she feels she's not bringing enough to the table. It seems she wants to do more outside of the house. She may feel trapped and thinking, is this my life? A housewife. My thing is, if she want more, express yourself. I think, James, I kind of disagree with you here, and I hate to disagree with our followers and our listeners, but she does express herself ad nauseum.
She's constantly talking.
Yeah, she's now.
Okay. And it's never nice.
It's got to be
in a circle.
She talks herself into a circle.
Yeah, right. Like
dog chasing his tail.
I liked her early. I'm disliking her late.
I haven't liked her since the second episode when she said Alyssa was a good person.
Yeah, but her bigger issue.
Birds of a feather
flock together.
Birds of a feather. We already said it. We said that last season of what is it? The other show we did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Ready to Love. We said they all flock together.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
Do y'all watch the after party sometimes?
I did watch the after party of this episode. Yes.
Why
There
is
was
this
some
show
tea spilled on
2 hours?
that.
I don't know why this show was 2 hours. I've been trying
I
to figure
add
it out.
Lifetime every week on Twitter, and they have yet to write me back. Because how am I supposed to watch the after party at the first party 2 hours?
They probably blocked you.
But Mark and Lindsay, are you
You gotta
ready?
drink some Red Bull.
Mark and Lindsay, we got a long way to go.
Mark and Lindsay discuss how they're both fully committed to their marriage, but that there is some miscommunication when it comes to their intimacy. Lindsay is confused by Mark's approach, and they work on finding a middle ground that will keep everyone happy. All right, I'm gonna say something here. When it comes to my cootie cat, now my personal experience, if I lack emotional connection, if you're pissing me off, if you don't know how to talk to me, if I am poor and don't have no money, if I am hungry, all of these things make me dry like a cactus. Okay. This lady is mean to Mark. Maybe he can't do, maybe he just don't want to do it. She ain't never thought about maybe if she was nice to him.
She needs to just learn how to shut up.
Ain't tell him that his balls was too small. He probably ain't got hard.
she
Ever
went
since
in.
that day, she was in there yelling about the size of his testicles.
Like she doesn't realize how abusive she actually is.
The stuff
I don't think she
that
does
she
either.
says is mean and
Yeah, that's borderline verbal abuse she's throwing.
And
out.
I love when Viviana checked her.
I'm not sure, y'all. Y'all know what
I
she's
love
looking
when
for.
Dr. Viviana checked her.
Y'all know what she's looking
What she
for.
looking for?
These nuts.
I told you not to use that. You don't listen. You so tickled.
All right. But that's all she seems to be trying to reconnect with him. I think that she's going about it all the wrong ways. I don't think she's doing it the right way. I think that we're seeing why she's single. I think we're seeing why she's single.
100%.
Somebody laughed at that.
Don't laugh at him.
She's I'm gonna shut up.
Don't know.
But I just think that I think that that's what she's looking for. She's
go too far. Evie go too far.
She seems to be wanting to find I think that when she feels like the person is not feeling her, she tries to attack them to take back control of the relationship. And I think that that's what she's trying to do. I think she's trying to take back control of the relationship. And we genuinely see why she is single. She is single because she cannot deal with when she does not have control. And I think and that is her thing that I think she needs to work on is we're not always going to be sometimes in relationships, sometimes the other person has control, sometimes you have control, and it's a back and forth and exchanging of the guard. It's okay, in this arena, she's stronger than me, so here's where I'll let her take the lead, and in this arena I'm stronger than her, so here's where I'll take the lead. But I think she's used to being the lead in every relationship she's been in, thus the reason why she's single.
So I don't think she's never really been in a real relationship.
I think she just been with a bunch of people that gave her the nuts.
No,
Yeah.
but
she got wooed.
She said something later on. She said the typical men that chase her are older. So you think most of her relationships have pretty much been these old crusted men literally just spoiling her and letting her have her way.
She was dating Moses and them. She was dating Moses and them.
Yo, but seriously, you think about it. When she said that, you think it's just like old men in the relationships have pretty much given her what she wanted, let her have her way.
I'm gonna give you one better. They were married old men
Ooh,
who
I
gave her
bet.
what she wanted and
ooh,
paid her hush money.
ooh,
So
And
she
also,
always got her way.
ooh.
so basically, the sugar daddies was winning.
Yeah. And
Yo,
this is the first time she had to be accountable
yeah,
for
what
what
is
she
it?
says and what she doesn't. She don't know how to act because she's acting like a spoiled brat, plain simple.
I'm gonna move on. Hold on.
What
Michael and Jasmina get into a fight, which is normal
That's
behavior,
something old.
following their meeting with Dr. Viviana, as her suggestion to keep a journal to share thoughts and feelings causes conflict. We kind of talked about this already.
Yeah, we can
So
skip
I'm gonna
past
skip
this.
over that. Meanwhile, I like
Katina.
that word. Meanwhile, Katina takes a different approach and plans a movie night for Olajuwon and her, which includes a counter covered in candy treats and more for them to enjoy. The gesture is greatly appreciated by Olajuwon, but can it keep the peace?
Yes, I think so. because
He
she,
did seem
hard.
very pleased.
yeah,
That extra effort,
because she
That's
especially
what
if
I,
you the flow afterwards.
but that's what I was talking about. He don't know how to communicate that stuff. He comes with the he really is a barbarian.
You know what he is?
oh,
He
And
just
I'm
uncle.
probably gonna offend somebody, but y'all ain't gonna fight me, so I don't care. I feel like Olajuwon is a Kevin Samuels supporter.
oh, he definitely is. I agree.
He is
I'm
a
a Kevin
high
Samuels
value
supporter.
man.
I,
You
I
can
don't
tell
I,
by the way he talk.
I
He
don't
listens to
disagree with
everything.
anything that Kevin Samuels says.
You say you don't disagree with it.
No.
Okay, we're gonna
You know
keep
why?
going.
You know why? You know why I say
Meanwhile,
that?
no, we're not
No,
doing that.
look, look.
Not
No.
here.
It's real simple. It's real
No, I don't want
simple.
to do that.
Oh, okay. Listen, heed the warning. Heed the
Le-
warning. Heed the warning.
Meanwhile,
Sometimes you got to heed the warning, son.
Lindsay
Right.
invites Mark to participate in a Nerf gun battle to promote. That looks so fun. I like stuff like that.
Yo,
Fun
listen,
and laughter.
like
Pause.
that was dope. That was dope.
Lindsay was out
That
for
works.
blood. I don't care what you said. She was going for headshot.
But
She
I
did
do
bust him in the head.
believe an apartment ain't quite the right venue
Oh
because
no.
like there's
You gotta go
nowhere to
outside
go.
for that.
Yeah, you got to
They
go
look
outside.
like they was
Like,
they look like they was kicking the
I
hell
like
out
to
of
get me a
cats.
Nerf gun.
oh, we got nothing but Nerf guns over here. We got
Let me borrow it, because
15.
when I take my son to his daddy house, I'm just gonna let off.
Give me a Tommy gun.
Yeah, Tommy gun.
I might not need to do that. That's in the hood. They might think that's something else. Okay, let's talk about questions, exercises, and fun. Okay, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's
The
do it.
experts give the couple some questions and exercises to work together, picking up with Jasmina and Michael, who talk about embarrassing moments from their past. For her, she discusses a prank that was pulled on her in high school. Meanwhile, Michael tells Jasmina about how he earned the nickname PP Boy after an unfortunate accident as a child.
These nuts.
It was for Pee Pee Boy.
Keep reading. Keep Keep running out of showtime, man. Keep reading the thing.
It was for Pee Pee Boy.
The discussion appears to bring the duo closer together.
No, it
After
didn't.
Nancy and Mark's,
That discussion, I didn't get that. I
He
wrote
was
these
pissed
notes.
though, when she started laughing.
I wrote
Oh, he
these
was
notes,
pissed.
but I think I messed that up. Like
Oh, he was pissed when she laughed at PP Boy. Like that's a star.
he was mad.
That was-
He was mad hurt. Like I meant that. My bad. I messed that up. That's my fault. But that
so you
Yo, he
just
was done.
embarrassed
He was
me
ready to
like
walk
that?
off after that one.
He finds
I embarrassed myself, Key, because I did
lighthearted embarrassment.
my fault.
After Lindsay and Mark's Nerf gun battle, they receive a knock at their door, which unveils a basket at their door. The basket in question is filled with all kinds of toys and goodies like a candy thong and a ball gag that Lindsay
Lord, right
immediately makes Mark put
Have
on.
mercy.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This whole scene was very uncomfortable for me.
Why?
I just didn't like the way he looked with that gag on.
Well, he didn't like the way he looked with that gag
He
on.
looked like one of them
No.
pigs when you put the apple in their mouth.
Mm.
You ever
That's
seen
what she
that?
said. That's what she said. He called him
It
a.
reminds me of the
He looked
pig
like
off
the pig at the luau that didn't. The apple didn't stay in its mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't like
Didn't you
it.
pull out the
well,
Polaroid camera?
But do you know what? I think that shows that interaction shows a lot in their relationship. It actually
Yeah,
shows
they
you.
could
It
stop
actually
that.
shows you that Mark the shark is really like Mark the guppy because he's not an alpha.
Oh no, I picked that up episode 2. No, he ain't an alpha. He's Mr.
he's really not a shark.
No,
Mm.
he's like a dogfish.
No, well, I
He's
think
like-
he's a shark. I think he's a shark in certain situations, but I think that we once again see why people are single on the show. I think one of the reasons that he might be single is he may be attracting docile females looking for an alpha male. He's just not an alpha male. So they paired him with
That is
someone
Mark,
who is an alpha
Mark the
female.
manatee.
Yeah, Mark the manatee. And she's able to move him. But I will say this, I did like the fact that he was willing to try the different things to please his wife because he could have not. And I think that would have caused another issue in them, but he's trying. I think in that aspect, he made the attempt. And I think that a lot of people don't take the time to make attempts to listen to their mate and do what their mate wants to do for their own selfish reasons and issues.
Yeah. Now she does say that she does give him a nod for that. He literally would try anything.
Yeah. So in a question, go ahead, Key, you got it?
Okay, so
Jasmine and Michael.
in a quest to get closer, Jasmina and Michael explore tantric yoga together and answer questions the experts left them about their relationship. When she admits that she hasn't been entirely vulnerable with him, Michael sees this as a breakthrough and the pair seem to connect. So you mean to
Don't sound
tell
so
me
happy.
that you're mad at me because I wasn't vulnerable with you in this whole time?
You know, I think the two of them are both trauma-driven individuals.
Oh, agreed. Yeah, they got some dark stuff they need to get settled out.
They
Like
both need individual
Therapy
counseling.
needs them.
Oh, buddy.
They don't need the therapy.
That's a whole discussion paper.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, they are a dissertation.
Very much so.
Yeah, because she was talking. I remember she was talking about how her relationship with her mother is, and she couldn't imagine losing anybody in her family and stuff. But isn't like her mom not her mom, but
Yeah, it's like a
then the
stepmom or
stepfather
something like
that
that.
was
Yeah.
this and like her whole family dynamic is built around some trauma. I
So,
don't
Yeah,
know.
I think when they understand each other's trauma, I think that's when the marriage will get better. And I think that's probably also the same thing that's causing so many issues because both of them have been hurt so much. Both of them are so guarded. They don't know how to let down the wall and let somebody else in.
But I don't think Jasmina wants to let him in.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think that vulnerability vulnerability comes from the want or need to be that. And I think that it takes a person that you want to be with to open that door. And I think Jasmina doesn't want to be with Michael. So it's not allowing her to open that door to be vulnerable. She may admit to it, but how vulnerable is she going to be if she doesn't want to be? And I think that's a thing is you got to want to be vulnerable.
I think she does. She just don't. I don't know. It's a
she
trauma
doesn't
thing.
want
I don't-
to.
maybe-
I don't think
Man,
she can get out her own way.
I think the one thing we know about people, people do what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do, you'll get done.
Amen.
If you don't want to do something, you're just not going to do it.
It ain't.
And there's nothing anybody can tell you. There's nothing anybody can do. If you don't want to do something, you're just not going to do it because you can do anything you put your mind to. Like if you say, hey, look, I want to run through the door. Yeah, you're gonna bust your head open trying to run through the door if that's what you want to do. If you don't want to do it, you're gonna look at it and say, you know what? I can't run through that. Logic to you starts to set in. And logic to some is perceptionated. It's predicated upon their perception of self. So at the end of the day, I just think that, you know, if she liked him, I think that if she was attracted to Michael, it would be a whole lot easier for her to be vulnerable than it is now because she's not attracted to him as it is.
Do you think they should have like pre-counseling before they get these people into these marriages?
Oh, heck yeah.
No,
I
I don't think so because you don't know what kind of therapy you need yet for your partner.
Help. I agree with you, Key. I don't think it would help because what am I really getting therapy on?
Because you could do all the inner work in the world for yourself and heal yourself. But then if you connect to someone broken, the relationship is not going to work. So, yeah, you should have therapy yourself individually, but they can't prep them for a partner that they don't know yet. And they don't know how that person's behavior is going to be.
I get that.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Now, I'm going to ask y'all something because I'm looking at these notes. And a lot of this, I don't feel the need to talk about.
Oh, listen, you are the moderator. Skip as pleased.
Where we gonna go to is the end.
Okay. Hopefully,
because I didn't care about them meeting up. They didn't say nothing that we ain't heard earlier. But Lindsay asked Mark to woo her when they're alone at home, and although they're sleeping and climbing into bed, he promises that he will woo her and adds that it will be great.
Waste of time.
I think it was the sugar daddies that made her the way that she is.
Yeah, she got them old nuts.
Because what wooing is he supposed to do? Like, what more do you want from him? Like, what do you want?
She need her ass beat. Like somebody need to put hands on her. No, for real.
You think Tina put hands on her?
No, because
Tina is waiting.
Yo, she really thinks she can say and do whatever she wants without pause. And I think that's honestly was destroying Mark.
It is.
Yo, it's bad. And I feel bad for him, bro. Like he don't know how to handle her.
That caught me off guard.
I just the way I feel like real talk, like, yo, 15-year-old me. Oh, that woman would have caught some backhands from me.
It's some
like
old
you're not talking to me.
Now. It's some old dude somewhere now that's happy he dodged that bullet.
Hands in that man's beard and stroking his beard and basically saying she felt the spark that she felt on the wedding day that I didn't see.
She wants him. She wants him.
Yo, do you think it changes if they consummate the marriage?
I think what will help them change is him shutting up and letting her talk, and then he get to butter her biscuits.
No, because when he shuts up, she complains that he ain't talking enough. She gotta shut up. That's the only way they're gonna work.
Somebody gotta shut up.
And it's her.
And it ends with butter and biscuits.
So, Evie.
Successful marriage.
It's a good part of the show. The whole show.
Be getting faces.
Why do y'all laugh? Stop laughing.
It's funny.
Evie, what are you watching?
You need an on-air sign.
I do. Y'all excuse me for a minute.
No, we about to end the show.
I thought you about to ask a question.
I'm about to ask y'all what y'all watching.
Oh.
What you watching, Evie?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Well, but before you answer, Evie, the What You Watching segment is brought to you by Unfiltered. Head over to unfilteredforever.com for everything.
And check out
from tees to tech suits and leggings for the ladies. And it's hoodie season. Head over to unfilteredforever.com and join the mailing list for a pre-release of all brand new merch and your ability to order unfiltered as you covered. Use your promo code EGI at checkout for 15% off your entire order. Visit unfilteredforever.com. And remember, there's a science to being you. And for everybody in the PD area, real quick, Unfiltered will be on site at Wilson University from 12 a.m.
Hey, look, see
12
University.
p.m. At Wilson. No, I didn't say Wilson University. I said
That
Wilson
is
High
what
School.
you
Oh, my apologies. I didn't mean to say Wilson University. At
said.
Wilson
Don't
High
let
School.
them have you saying that.
No, please. That's 1411 East Old Marion Highway in Florence. In Quinby, South Carolina, they'll be on site from 12 to 7, selling all kinds of unfiltered merch. And while you're there, catch the All-Star games. It'll be a fun day of basketball and fellowship. So back to you, Key. Eri was watching
Nothing new.
Interrupt.
I'm not watching anything new because I don't like anything that's on. So I'm rewatching Game of Thrones and old episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh,
Shout out to the Trekkies.
Facts.
Key, what are you watching?
Jeff, what are you watching?
What am I watching?
Yes.
Believe it or not, I'm currently watching a lot of Disney Junior, and I'm working my way through episodes of Bluey. So shouts out to Disney Junior and episodes of Bluey. By all means, I done messed around and got into this doggone show. And yeah, that's what I'm watching.
Okay.
I'm watching
What you watching?
Seinfeld because I got the new game.
Yo, that's what's up right there.
Saw it on Amazon. Had to get it. That seen it. So I'm brushing up. I'm brushing up on my Seinfeld, and then I'm gonna figure out who I could find to play because right now I just have to play myself.
I will play with you, sir. Don't pause.
Hey.
But I will play that game with you, sir. Yes, I'm quick with the pause. Knock it off.
Yeah.
Well,
Shouts
It's the
out.
summer of George. It is the summer of George.
yeah, I don't care what I'm watching. That's fine.
No,
so
what are you
we
watching?
gonna see y'all next
Key, what are you watching?
Thursday.
No,
Same
don't do
time.
that. Key, what are you watching? Key.
No, what
I'm
are you
watching my
watching?
eyelids closed because
What
I'm
do you want?
tired.
We were about to ask.
Key.
Nah, cause y'all,
Key, what are you
it's
watching?
okay. Y'all don't care nothing about me, but when I skip weeks,
Key,
y'all want to be
don't-
upset.
No,
Who you riding with?
no.
No, Key.
I'm riding
That's
with myself to
No,
bed.
Key.
Key,
Key.
Key, you
The notes.
watching?
The notes, Key.
like a punished child looking like right now.
Oh. You know what she thinking in there? Hey, she's like, F these niggas. I screw
Okay,
them.
this segment is brought to you by Southern Elegance Candle Company, where modern value meets Southern charm. Right now, check out the site secandleco.com and use our promo code CRUX, that's CRUX, for 15% off of all regular price items. That's secandleco.com. Here they lovingly wait, did you write that twice? No, here they lovingly craft each scent and city combination to elicit a fond memory to whisk you to a place of pure joy. Okay, who y'all riding with? Jeff, let's start with you.
To be honest with you, I don't like none of them. I think everybody getting divorced. Boom. Next segment.
Okay, Evie.
Shoot, I'm taking a page out of Key's book. I'm riding with Dr. Viviana.
She froze.
Yeah, her marriage is very happy.
Yo, I like the advice that she gives, and she's sexy.
Sometimes I don't, but I liked her advice this episode.
I'm riding with her.
Yoshi, who are you?
None of them are
riding with?
worth
Anybody but Dr. Pepper.
I know who Yosh riding with, but he better not push that button.
Push the button and end the show.
He had that look on his face.
I thought about this long and hard.
Pause.
Pause.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
In an effort to figure out who I'm riding with.
Right.
And I realized I'm riding with
These nuts.
Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good night. It was real. Good night. We're gonna see y'all next week at the same time at the same
Key.
place.
Key, you got,
Don't you?
Key, you got the right way, Key. Evie about to die. What do you got going on?
He's
Key, take
losing his soul. He about to knock the green screen down.
Jeff, tell the people where they can find you at.
who you riding with, Key?
All right.
That's first
I
off.
ain't riding with y'all. That's who I'm not riding with. Jeff, where the people can find you at? I'm sleeping now.
Yo.
Yo, man,
So
check
y'all
your boy
vote
at
if
that
y'all
dude
want me to
at
mediate
that
people.
dude
Let me know.
underscore Jeff. At that dude underscore Jeff. Key. I'm doing right. I'm doing right. At that dude underscore Jeff, man, and check for episodes of Tales of the 2% out every Monday, man.
Okay. Evie, where can the people find you?
At the Laugh Factory. You
Long
can
as
find
it
me
ain't-
on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram. That's Big Kid Envy underscore chops. Holla at your boy.
Yoshi, where can the people find you, sir?
They can find me at Yosh in the building on Instagram at I am Coach E _ on Instagram, at the Ninth Wonder on Snapchat, and at Yoshi English on Facebook. And Facebook is exclusive, so everybody might not get accepted. Make sure that you catch me on my podcast, Relationship Status with CL and Neek, every Monday and Wednesday on all podcast platforms.
Okay, you can find me at MCS with Key on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. You can find my personal page at the Diary of Key. You can find my Girl Speak with Key each and every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcast. And yeah, or you can find me at mygirlspeak.com. Until next week, we're out.